Hi everyone, welcome back to vBlox TV, where Roblox lovers play together. I'm Toto, and with the recent drop of the Frost Invasion event in TDS, Tower Defense Simulator, everyone's been so eager and excited to show off how to beat this dungeon, but I thought it might be more fun to show what we didn't do correctly and all of our noobiness in this dungeon during our first attempt. So watch and laugh along with us, just to know how human we are and how fallible we can be just like anyone else. Alright, let's get into our noobiness. By the way, if you're interested in getting this cool summer polo shirt, the link will be in the description. So here we are dropping down with the new map, and we surely don't know what's going on, so I brought my usual units: farm, mini, DJ, turret, and mortar. And you know, actually, once a farmer is always a farmer. And so the strats that TV and I have been playing is that I would farm and max out the DJ while he just takes care of the smaller mobs at the very beginning, and he usually uses mortars for that. And so we're just bringing our usual units from the experience we gather from our previous maps and how we've been playing. So employing the usual strat is what we would tend to do. And one of the things is that in this map, once you place down something, even if it has a blue area, sometimes it doesn't work unless you actually have to ship yourself a little bit. So that's pretty funny. And I didn't even realize that the farm were not yielding any gold because I was just way too occupied with all these like massive amount of mobs, and we're actually killing them. And so I'm just like, oh, let me just build my 8 farms like I normally would, and all the while it doesn't do anything really, and I have to end up selling them all just to recoup the money and upgrade my DJ. And so that was a big oof already starting out. And of course TV is doing his mortars, and you know how the mortar is doing splash damage, and so it does really well for the mobs that are with lower health, but it doesn't see invis. And I don't know if the Humvees can actually see invis either, so let's keep an eye out just to see. Yeah, so I don't think it does, but we'll see. Nope, the Humvee does not crash into the invis units, which is really weird too. Just imagine that you have this, one wish from a genie, and you wish for invisibility, and you became invisible, and then you come out and let's say a semi doesn't really see you. You can't just like pass through the way these mobs does, right? So I think it's pretty unconvincing. But anyways, and so we brought about all of our usual units. I think Baby and Nightmare are putting down like Cook Boss and all these like smaller, cheaper units to then take care of all these mobs. It works really well for the first waves because the mobs aren't that tanky. They only have a lot of health. But like later on, we will actually run into a lot of issues, and so it's best to just save your money and build the actual units that you can keep upgrading and have for the entire duration, because when you sell your unit, you know, you're only getting a fraction of what you paid for. So I'm still struggling to get my DJ up to max. Wow, all these mobs. I mean, I'm not really doing anything. This is like everyone else is carrying me. Oh my goodness. And of course, there's military bases to be brought as well. And that, if you have one person bringing military bases, then it's okay, because all of the heavier DPS will actually be able to carry. But if there's more than one person bringing Humvee's military bases, then that would be a problem, because the Humvees, usually what they do is they crash into units and they only get out a couple of shots and then they crash, right? And so new ones spawn, but the time delays in between is gonna be detrimental too. the team, so it's better to just have regular units, in my opinion, to win this map. But here's the thing, if you're not really looking to win the map to get the badge and the sledger unit, then this is fine, because once you make it to level 20 or wave turn 20, you still get the 200 shards that you would if you were to win the map. And oops, the noob move, I ran into the lake in the middle there and has to zoom down, so I did not get to upgrade my units or place units as I wanted to. And so here's the other noob move. Instead of saving for my turrets, I placed down the golden units, the golden minis first. And yes, it get maxed out quickly, but it doesn't do heavier damages like that of the turret. So pop out the turrets as fast as you can. But yeah, our teammates did bring the pursuits, and so that helps out a lot. I don't know what those green things are. They must be the new toxic units. The one with the green helmet there. It must be the new toxic units that the game, the updates provide, I think. Yeah, and since we didn't know what to expect, since this is our very first game, we didn't know that the boss is going to come down on the right path there. So we're trying to balance in between the damage in between the two paths, and that's not the way to go, because when the final boss comes, he's going to travel to the right path, and the damage dealer on the left side of the island is not going to do as much damage to the maximum amount of pathing that the boss will travel. So this is not ideal. So do not try to add units on the left side there. Like even with max range, I don't think the turrets will reach that far, and so it's best to have all the turrets focus on the right side as well. So no. And do you see that tail end there on the island that I said you have to put 2 rows of damage dealers down there? Actually, in this game we did not know, so we only put down 1 single row of golden minis, and that is just a waste of space and not stacking it properly. So there, that's all that we did to ensure that we will not be successfully winning this run. But you know, keep in mind this is our first attempt, so we have no idea what's up. We didn't really watch any other YouTube videos to see what people were doing to be successful. We're just kind of like went based on our past experience as to how to win, and it's been working. And actually up to this point it is still okay. We were doing fine, so that's why I think like the first 19 waves is alright. It's only the final boss that poses a problem, and if you don't build your damage dealer on the right side and optimize it, then you will not be able to win. But once you get it down, it's pretty easy, so long as your teammates know what units to bring and where to place them in the general vicinity of, and not to waste space, you know, like any other thing, I think. And I actually am enjoying this map a lot. It's not as challenging as the Halloween event. You know, it's very doable because the Halloween event took us a little while to figure out. But this one, like after maybe our 4th try, yeah, maybe 3rd or 4th try, that we actually beat it. Yeah, and today's Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the moms, grandmoms, and those who are acting in lieu of any mom or a mom. Thanks for bringing up the future gens to be so awesome. Yeah, and so we do what we can best. But then here's the other thing too, we did not build all of our units up front, because ideally what you want to do is build all of your heavy DPS towards the front and then get the most hit in first. I dropped again. And then when it goes out of range, then you actually bring the units back south towards the back of the map. And this is when we had no idea that the mob is gonna, or the boss is gonna travel the right path and then exit to the upper exit. And so yeah, we try to move the units back as well, but just didn't do enough. And so it is what it is. I mean, cash is not a limiting factor in this game, because in the latter levels you get so much bonuses as far as cash to build your unit, and so cash is never a limiting factor where you have to watch. And since we didn't know where things were gonna go, and so I kind of just like build randomly everywhere on this island, thinking that I might go to the lower exit when we should have just focused a little more on the up exit. Real noobs, right? And so we're just building everywhere that the moss is not traveling, so now we have to move again. But like I said, it's not the limiting, cash is not the limiting factor, just this pathing and how to travel. So yeah, we're noobs just like everyone else, and I believe we got it down to about 120k by the time it exit. So yeah, sad, but you know, it is our first attempt, so that's it. We are just fallible like anyone else. Anyway, so now you know what not to do during this new event. Alright, catch you guys later. Meanwhile, stay safe, stay home, and play Roblox with us whenever we're around. Take care, guys. Oh, and for our next challenge, I think what we're going to do is try to do this Frost Invasion event as fast as we can to see what our best time is. Until we do, I'll report to you then. See you next time. Bye bye.